Girls of matched, m'ladies, please fill me in. It boggles my mind how infrequently anyone responds to messages. Like, what makes it so hard to say something back on the internet? Seriously, at least shoot me down. I have an I of over 200, actually tested on the official Mensa site. Crazy, right? So crazy, in fact, you don't even need the Q in IQ. No quotients here, just pure intelligence. I'm wealthy, tall, broad-shouldered, and built. I've messaged like 30 girls, yet only one replied once. Girls, are you just not impressed by my 200 I? Hey everyone, Xenon here, and welcome back to some more IAmVerySmart, the intellectuals of Reddit. Let's get started. So, I built my first computer at 7, been programming since 10, cursed with intelligence. Sometimes I just want to be a normie. And Civ Starlight says the programming? Copy-paste a Hello World Python script and never engage with it again. And now so 130 is a godlike to 100, huh? How to deal with family members with lower IQs. This is awkward for me to admit, but I don't know what to do with my sister because it seems like she doesn't process things as quickly as I do. I don't really believe IQ is a full representation of intelligence, but I have an IQ above 130 and my twin has an IQ around 100, and I think this might be the reason for some issues we have. Now I thought you said it wasn't a full representation of intelligence. She doesn't see patterns as quickly as I do, or at all. She has a bad memory. She can't have a spontaneous discussion and has to prepare what she wants to say plus write down what I'm saying in order to formulate a response. She often complains of brain fog. She has difficulty writing, especially with sentence structure and grammar. Overall, I don't mind it, and I do think she has many admirable qualities, but it can be worrying when she doesn't grasp a concept that seems obvious, and I can see her life being worse because of it. I love my sister. I want to help her. I don't know if it's our IQs or something else. Please help. Honestly, I do hope she gets help with her difficulties, but I don't think it's the IQ. 100 is pretty much average. Honestly, you seem a little obsessed with that IQ number. And now, scary fact? He's delusional. Here's a scary fact. I failed year 9, left school. I only have a year 8 pass. Had no idea where to go or what to do. But here is the scariest fact of them all. I have proven myself to be more intelligent than most professors and every single friggin' greedy, stupid mRNA believer. Frightening! Wait a minute, so are you just saying straight up that mRNA doesn't exist? This dude knows nothing about science. And now the two are not mutually exclusive. I don't watch Formula 1, I read classic books, I read about philosophy, and I read about history. This is far more useful and beneficial than watching people go around in a circle. Does it not occur to this person that you can enjoy F1 and also all those things? Yes, but it offends F1 fans. But keep wasting your precious time on Instagram. The IAmVerySmart subreddit is for you. Welcome, you're here. Wow, you want a medal for that, jackass? Literally none of that is mutually exclusive. Exactly. Now I get tired of the chonker small doggo speak too, but that is a oh lordy coming on the chonker chart. No idea what you just said, lol. It's in English, but what? Huh? Lol. If an Oxford student me doesn't understand your comment, then you should really think through a bit more. And Mr. Wishart says brags about being an Oxford student yet uses its with no apostrophe when it should have one. Hey, he never said he was a good student. Yeah, the chonker stuff can get cringe when you overdo it, but this is worse. Yeah. And now does he sound smart or is he just a narcissist? Let's find out. Which are changed by fate or events, dimensions are different realities, universes are reality, changed by fate or events. I'm not a scientist, but I do have thoughts about certain things or functions of life. I see. I sound smart, don't I? A lot of people who initially meet me assume that I was a straight A student who took a lot of advanced classes. I mean, it doesn't hurt to be in them. Practically every class I have is like that. Every single one. Nothing can save terrible stale school lunch. Well, the educational institute I'm from, it's pretty decent. I hope your applications are going good, although I can't say for myself. since I'm trying to apply for top and private universities, since the requirements for my major isn't that deep. Literally no one calls their school an educational institute unless you're trying to sound smart. How was your day? Why, it must be terrible. I'm in charge of a group and they're fumbling. Made me look like a fool, facepalm. Thankfully, I took charge, and I let my intelligence guide this group into success and straight A's. And now we may have just found the modern-day Oppenheimer. How to reconcile the strong and weak nuclear forces into a unified theory of particle physics which explains the origin and structure of the universe. It's just so much fun watching all those prissy professors up in their ivory towers flailing around being so wrong about it. And Far Comfortable replies, this guy definitely watched one YouTube video about a theory and assumes he is now an expert. No, I know everything about the universe. Those professors know nothing. They're all wrong, all of them. Hey, if you're enjoying this video, then why not like, subscribe, and hit the little notification bell? And this next one doesn't care about their genius IQ, they just enjoy sharing anecdotes about it is all. My IQ is something like 143 or 147, or at least it was when I last credibly tested. My mother likes to brag about this because it's above genius level of 140. I obviously don't care because I know that IQ means nothing, so why are you sharing it with us all? But I do find it funny that one time my mom was talking to someone who said, oh, he's 147? That's interesting because I have an IQ of 230. I'm pretty sure the highest IQ was 228, but this person, they're not exactly the type you'd think would know this and would have bragged about it. When pressured, however, they admitted that this 230 IQ came from those ads you see that say if you can solve this ridiculously simple puzzle, your IQ is 230. I was just reminded of that story when scrolling ads. Oh, those silly ads. But really, a lot of those mobile game ads are just stupid. First we saw the next Oppenheimer, but now we may have found the next Darwin. A BusinessInsider.com article says elephants are evolving to not grow tusks because of poachers, which is honestly just horrible that poaching has gotten to such a level. But the intellectual replies, it's actually probably more genetics than true evolution. It's reasons to guess that those that are killed were the elephants with huge tusks, and those that didn't grow tusk were able to live and procreate, meaning that through genetics there are less elephants with huge tusks. It's not evolution, but proof of how humans have in a way genetically altered them sadly. My dude, you literally just explained how evolution works. I can't even. This next one only destroys dumber than me but above average ones. Damn, I'm 150 plus and have a hard time recognizing the ceilings of 110s to 130s, but I easily see sub 110, and all the smartest people I know have recognized my cognitive abilities immediately. Only the dumber than me but above average ones have ever doubted me or challenged me in a scenario that they end up getting destroyed in. 150 plus, yeah, as per Hawking. And the straggle tag says spelling mistakes about people being geniuses are one of the most dependable things to ever exist. Oh, it's just that spelling is just too primitive of a concept for my intellectual brain. And now don't be a low thinker, I'm going to tell you a secret. Come closer, closer than that. Ready? My content here is written in code. If you are the kind person who looks at it and takes it at face value, it isn't intended for you. I don't deal with low thinkers, ugh. Smart people look at my stuff and then think about it. They follow me for an average of 6 months as they break the code and then finally they get in touch. If you're confused about comments I make that are apparently contradictory or otherwise out of alignment, you just don't get it. You don't have the tools. I'm speaking the language of a particular kind of person and it ain't you. This person must be speaking the language of the intellectual gods. Now go and watch some Peppa Pig. It might be at too high a level for you, though. Only the most ascended individuals can even comprehend what this person can write. People not understanding what you write is now considered a flex? Okay then. This next one really took the road less traveled. It's hard to travel the path when your brain is a Ferrari. Brain's just too fast for me, what can I say? And now we have a musician who only goes to school to prove how inferior others are. My 2021 grades are finally in. I got 95 units with a 4.0 GPA, straight A's in math up through calculus 2 as a music student with a new scholarship, mind blown emoji and brain emojis. How on earth does a white foster kid in America achieve such brilliant academic excellence? 3 question marks. I'm only going to school to prove how much more superior-minded I am than other artists who do drugs and are stupid AF. 100. Please separate me from other rappers, okay, because they're all inferior to me. I am an entrepreneur, so I don't have to ever get a job working for someone else. I just want to prove how inferior the average human being is to my mathematical genius music mind, so that's why I go to school, and to prove how a foster youth can become self-made from the extreme bottom, I mean like the super bottom. I rub my rare success in the faces of these broke artists who make music about degenerate content, but my music is the most original music in and it gets cut off. I assume that's in the world. No, in the universe! But the amount of emojis in this post makes it look like some kind of copy pasta. And now we have a review for this next one. 3 stars, fun but just not challenging. I'll admit I got pulled in by an ad. Perhaps one that said that if you can solve this you have an IQ of 230? They kept showing a puzzle of an animal. The person couldn't for their life get the pieces in order and the ad claimed only geniuses could solve it. Well, my IQ is around 160, depending on what side of the bed I got up from, but that puzzle was so... well, I guess not everyone can have such a high IQ as 230. I can't believe this is a real review, because no one with an IQ of 160 would actually fall for this kind of ad. And now this comeback gave me a chuckle. Electrical engineering, it's quite comfy to be honest, but a lot of people I went to school with struggled with it. I don't know, it just comes easy to me. I went to my final exams without any books and passed with a good grade. Well, I also did electrical engineering, but somehow managed to convey that without loudly sucking my own. Most people are other people. Their thoughts are someone else's opinions, their lives a mimicry, their passions a quotation, Oscar Wilde. Meanwhile, this intellectual is somehow even smarter. Why? Because this is why I try to make my own sayings. For example, patience and scrutiny yield the grander revelation. No, my dude, Oscar Wilde's quote was way better than yours. This next one was found in a thread about lack of self-awareness in therapy. It can't be my fault, it's everybody else that needs therapy, not me. Everyone's an idiot but me. And this person who replies just don't get it because they say, strangely enough, that's part of my problem. Everyone keeps doing benign thing with terrible auxiliary effects. Can't they see how much they're hurting each other and themselves? No, actually. Points to chart with the 99.9th percentile. You're going to see things other people don't. Accept that and stop trying to show them things they don't want to know or understand. You're not responsible for them. You're exactly the type of person they are talking about. And now Facebook recommended me this incredible meeting of minds. I just wish I qualified to join. Jordan Peterson, elite only, high IQ and above. I wonder what's above high IQ, elite IQ, genius IQ, ascended IQ. Anyway, Jordan Peterson discussion group, elite only, must debate at level 3 or above, no shit posting. Love how a supposedly elite discussion group has to specify that. Keep it civil, heated is okay as long as it's intelligent debate. Politically incorrect zone. None of that woke stuff around here. For responsible adults only, do not attempt to silence other members. But what happens when in this clash of mighty minds, they are not debating at an elite level? Watch them silence those individuals. And now this next one, dude just inherited his grandpa's thesaurus collection. I knew not of this matter, yet though mine ears had heard its inharmonious strains, oft brought forth by lips democratic, I didst lay blame for the apocope at the feet of that nascent tendency of Americans to omit, whether by lamentable ignorance or by rude choice, the characteristic inflections of adjectives. Dude's English went back centuries. Dude really wants to be Shakespeare or something. People always ask me how I'm so smart. IQ is genetic. However, if you're under 25 especially, make it through Plato and Aristotle. It's not that hard to be honest, and it trains your brain in a way of thinking. 99% of people who debate can't do Socratic dialogue. Puts you way ahead. I wonder if this is what they mean by debating at an elite level. An alternative look replies, People keepeth asketh me anon whereforth I writeth so smartly. Readst ye well of Shakespeare? Most who converse knoweth not o'er pentameter iambic. Pust thee, goodly ahead. So, I'd like to thank all of my channel members, especially Amethyst Phoenix, Jade Demby, Catalan Cormendi, Mike Hawk, Hold Up, Nightcrawler, Stormcloud the Wolf, VicMeister1999, and Zoe Horsham. You can join in the link below, and if you enjoyed it, feel free to like, subscribe, and hit the little notification bell, and comment what's on your mind.